Hello everybody, Flik here and welcome back to Starbound. As you will notice, my ship has changed. That's because, Flik is dead, long live Flik. This is my new character since the 2 patches there's been actually, but only 1 wiped everybody. And I have found a medieval planet. I started on a there is some apex buildings actually, but it's primarily a medieval species that's living on the planet I started on this time. So as you can see, I have raided a castle and, filled my ship with the contents I discovered therein, including a bass guitar, which I am currently playing, and I play bass in real life, so I just love that I found this. Also, I found a crown, which I am currently wearing too. Oh, I can even jive from side to side. By the way, if you hear kind of a ringing in the background that may sound like sleigh bells, that is not me getting into the Christmas spirit, that is my sister's dog's collar. She's currently fighting with my dog. Anyway, isn't that great? You can play musical instruments if you find them. I have also found a harmonica, but not on this character. Anyway, we'll stop. Oh, I can move while playing? I didn't know that. Haha. Can I jump while playing? Oh, I totally can. I can go soothe the beasts of the planet below. So what's changed since the last time? Let me just, I don't want to play anymore. There we are. Got a sword and shield for one, because I found a one-handed weapon, which I wasn't even sure existed last time. The patch has changed stuff that I spoke about last time. It also broke a lot of stuff, so there's very likely going to be yet another character wipe. So that's kind of ruining any possibility of any ongoing series at present, because that was my dog's fighting. They're messing with a lot of stuff. They're making some mistakes because I think they're rushing slightly to try and, keep up with people's demands. Now, one major change that I do want to quickly go over. I haven't done this yet, so I'm fairly certain this works. Unrefined wood no longer works as fuel for your ship. So what does that mean? That means that only at present, at time of recording, this may change in yet another patch. Only coal can fuel your ship in the first area. If you get to other sections of space, there's like plutonium and stuff. I think these are things I've read about rather than explored myself. Anyway, I'll talk about a few more changes as well as we go down to the planet. I just wanted to start on my ship to show you how it's changed. I'm going with a medieval theme, a 2-floor system as well, as opposed to I just had one sci-fi themed deck, as it were, in my old character, RIP, etc. And I've not really found anything of interest other than the things you see on display, really. I think I've filled this with junk. Yeah, I've got a few chests, a few unique royal looking bookcases and whatnot, and of course some of the apex stuff. A lot of fruit as well, for some reason. And the sword I found a green flashlight. I'm using it just for the sake of, it's not the normal one, so therefore it's special. Right, we'll go down and show you the planet I've started on. Oh, actually I remembered one more thing I should have shown on the ship. You know what, I'll end on that. It's how you can visit this planet as well. So, what has changed? Well, the initial big patch that did cause the wipe accidentally changed, I should point out, the distribution of resources, minerals and ores, etc. such that there was too much. Oh, I'm about to demonstrate something else by accident. Yeah, in this patch they've currently made enemies, flying enemies, way too vicious, way too powerful, way too relentless. They're bastards, basically, and you can't do much to stop them. I've never actually used a shield before, so I'm not even sure. Does it block all damage? Does it block a portion of damage? Look, how am I supposed to deal with this? No, that didn't really do anything, so yeah, I may die instantly here. This will be one of the first things they fix, I would imagine, is debuffing the damn flying enemies, because it's bloody ridiculous right now. Also, I've still not got an iron hunting bow with this character yet, so that wasn't too bad. So good job, I'm a good shot, right? What was I saying before that? Also, do excuse the Skype messages, I forgot to go on busy before starting. I've never even seen one of those before. Oh yeah, the ore distribution. Yeah, so they got it a bit wrong, so the ore was basically everywhere, and because they didn't want to rush out a patch, they basically said, just enjoy the fact that there's ore everywhere, it will change. Although then they did do a fix. Now, a lot of ores are no longer visible at the surface of the planet. Now I think that's their plan going forward. Anyway, I've still got quite a bit of copper at least. I haven't seen much iron. I've seen a few bits of silver. Now oh Jesus, flying enemies! You are the new bane of my existence. Go away. Yeah. Now the thing is, coal is not as prevalent, or at least not on my starter world. I mean, it may be different for yours. And that's a bad thing. Why? Because you need coal to travel places. So maybe they're deliberately limiting your ability to travel, because it is very easy just using a bunch of unrefined wood to fly from your base planet when you start the game. Although that seemed like a good thing to me, because what if you start on a planet that just doesn't do it for you? There's no way currently to delete a character. Oops, I really shouldn't have jumped. So if you start in a system that you don't particularly like, You pretty much just have to put up with it. Also, I think I have some healing hypos. No, I have one healing hypo. I will actually keep heading left because that's where the medieval castle is, so I'll get to show it off. There was mounted enemies and everything. It was very impressive. So this has brought up a lot of debate about, you know, trying to bring out patches too quickly, and I agree. The game is going through a state of flux and they shouldn't rush. Now, I'm okay with coal being the only resource. I'm kind of okay with you having to go digging for it, if you want a lot of it, that is. It just... Oh, I thought you were peaceful. You roared at me. They're definitely not peaceful, these little kind of recoloured Pikachus. Ah, they're dead now, although I didn't craft any bandages. Can I quickly just craft some bandages? I can craft a lot of bandages, but I only really need a few. That'll do me. I do like the starting planet. I preferred the brain one, to be honest. And as expected, the snow armour that I was wearing in my previous parts, it did indeed get nerfed. It still has lots of, you know, warmth, but it has basically no armour. It's slightly better than wearing nothing in that regard. So that was coming. That is a totally fair nerf, and I am glad they did that. What else have they done? There's a lot of rebalancing, there's new bosses and whatnot, and of course there is this new damage system that they've integrated. It's no longer... Oh, go away, flying things. It's no longer a level 1 to 100 threat level. You'll notice that monsters don't even have a visible level anymore. It's purely set statistics and then also set DPS. Now I did notice a bit of an anomaly. Look, this thing will just not give up. I'm going to actually test to see if it does follow you endlessly. Yeah, flying enemies are like the bloody... What were they called? The racks in... No, that's Borderlands. What were they called in Morrowind? Well, the flying things in Morrowind that never left you alone. But every flying enemy in this is basically those. Thank you. I'll just heal myself, and it's made me totally forget what I was saying now. And I'm getting more Skype messages. I do apologise. Ah, we're at the castle now. Here we are. So, what was I saying? I can't remember. See, that's yet another reason to hate flying enemies. Also, I should point out, although this is a medieval castle, it's really weird in that it has robot slaves, as it were. So the people who are still alive, oh yeah, see, they're scared of me because I've murdered everybody in here. I should note they were hostile. I was defending myself. I was not, you know, going on a blind murderous rampage. Fear guard, but I'm nice. I didn't touch you. Oh, I didn't look in here before. What the hell is this? A stuffed automato blueprint unlocks the stuffed automato crafting schematic. I'm glad I came back. Alright, I've unlocked whatever the hell that is. Can I craft it on my person? No. I'll check that at the end then. That's at the back of my head. It's really bugging me now. I forgot what I was talking about prior to that bird harassing me. I know I was talking about the various patch changes, etc. Oh, that's right. They've rebalanced things, the levels and damage. That's what I was going to show. So, for example, damage per second, that's what DPS stands for, is 27. So, and it also does, its swing speed is 0.85. So therefore it works out that per swing, I'm going to do 32 damage because that's kind of the equation between the damage per 1 second and the actual swing speed, which is less than 1 second, if I understand that correctly. For some reason the hunting bow doesn't have set damage, which I find weird. Do I have any other weapons on me to compare with? No, I do not, sadly. So yeah, the system, they didn't do the mathematics correct, so things are scaling really weirdly at... Oh, hello, I didn't kill everybody. Well then, this calls for a sort... Oh, there's a horse still alive as well, look at that! I was really impressed when all of a sudden one of those came charging at me out of the ether. Right, let's open this and have at you! Oh, I took out the horse and it exploded. There we go. Oops, also, sorry, I'll recenter the camera on myself. Ah, they changed it so you can't hit through blocks, which is good because that's basically how people were, you know, manipulating the mechanics of the game to cheat their way to killing bosses and whatnot. Although on that subject, you may go no further. Yeah, you realise I'm inside the castle, right? No, not anymore because you're dead, but whatever. I've got a shield! I've got a shield! It doesn't seem to block any damage. It is a glitch shield, which I think well, it doesn't have a description set. I mean, is there anything down here? No. So yeah, the two reasons I did this was to briefly cover the things they've changed, the things that are not currently working, but also kind of to explain why it's a bit hard to both do any kind of let's play, but also coverage, because everything is changing so quickly, and perhaps too quickly you could argue, and I would be inclined to agree with you. So there may be a little bit of a lapse in Starbound content for a while until they sort some things out and there's more stable builds, because they're already saying that although the kind of fix for the first major patch didn't erase characters, it's almost likely that there's definitely going to be another one fairly soon as they, you know, fix the mistakes they've made. Although I think I was reading on the loading screen when I was coming in there that in effort not to piss everybody off, they are trying to make sure they don't do a wipe for a little while, but that means people are going to be running around with ridiculously powerful weapons, and it's one or the other. You either keep the ridiculously overpowered weapons you found and keep the character until the next wipe that's required, or we wipe everything and everyone starts over again. So there was actually one more thing I wanted to show off, and I'm almost dead, so this is a good chance to do it. Let's see if this works out. So this has got a DPS of 11, but it swings, so it swings once every almost 2 seconds, so the damage works out at 6. I think that maths is correct, but I may be wrong. And I have that weird fetish about, collecting chests, so I'll just be stealing that. And then I will go back to my ship and show off the last little thing that I want to show off. And I do apologise if this video ends up being a little bit on the short side, but I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to do so far in this character, and until I can progress through a game at a speed I consider acceptable, I can't really do much else, especially since now I am a third person speaking to you on Skype. They know I'm recording, they bloody know it. Until I know I can, I'm stuck in the alpha sector basically, and if I'm limited by collecting coal, etc., I'm not going to get into the beta sector, and I think they've added gamma sector is the new one they've added. Anyway, the reason I wanted to come back to this menu is, you want to visit this planet I'm on with this there's apex buildings hidden amongst all these medieval aliens who have robots for servants, I guess. All you need to do is put in the numbers that are down there, because that acts as the seed for the system. So I'm currently on, Alpha X0688I. There's also another forest biome that's slightly bigger, and then there's this big desert. They've changed it so that all planets within a system are the same level. I think that's a massive mistake, and I certainly hope to change it back to being random, but that's just me. Anyway, you want to visit this system? Here's what you put in. X minus 66248974. Y minus 11078865. So I've already taken a note of this number because I'm really impressed with this planet. I love the mix of the sci-fi on one side of the planet and then the medieval native aliens on the other. Plus you can find a lot of nice stuff. So I've already taken a number of this. So if I lose my character, if I lose Flik 2 and the SS Essessess 2, which is the name of the ship for those who don't know, I can get back to this planet. I mean, I can't start on it. You start on a random planet, but as soon as I get a little bit of coal, you can be damn sure this is where I'll be going. And although I do have a crown, I might as well just show off. I do have a little bit of a special treat in here. I found a wizard's hat. A floppy traffic cone is the description, even though it's a wizard's hat, but we can just trade that out. It makes me look a bit stupid in my opinion. It also doesn't have as good stats as my amazing crown, and I am a king, so there we go. And that is going to conclude this little look at, other than, I just realised I got that new blueprint, didn't I? So where is that in this list? I do not see it here. Is it a weapon? It had a, where is it? No, I don't see it in that list either. Strange. The only other place it could be is the 3D printer tech? No, not that one. This? No. I'm going to have to watch back and pay more attention to what that item was called, because I don't know where I craft it. I probably did see it in one of the menus I just looked at, but I'm looking past it and I can't remember what it was called. So I may have to just end there. Anyway, this has been a look at Starbound 2 patches down the line. Some stuff is broken. I forgot to check here actually. Oh, well, there you go. This is how the armor set is changed. It used to be like 10 per piece and now it's 211, which is pathetic, but it has to be that way. I wonder if it was that cool jacket. No, that's what I'm wearing. Yeah, so I may do more patch coverage down the line if it's something I can cover easily, because I don't want to rush on to the furthest parts of the game just to then lose my character and have to do it all again and again and again and again. I hope you understand. Anyway, I am going to do more coverage, don't worry. I mean, it is going to take some form down the line. It's just, when it happens. So, anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'd rather just stop. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more content, more gaming stuff. Ta-ta for now.